word, and Jitnyasu is Bhagavad Gita word. Both indicates interest in studying spiritual scriptures. What type of study? Consistent and systematic study of spiritual scriptures for a length of time. And what do you mean by spiritual scriptures? Three are considered to be important, called Prasthanatrayi. 3-4 scriptural courses. One is the entire Bhagavad Gita. The 16th and 17th chapter do not talk about self-knowledge. Very careful. 16th and 17th chapter deal with what? Internal conversion only. We have to study the other chapters like 13, 14, 15, 2nd, 7th, 9th, etc. They all deal with who am I in reality, who is God in reality, what is this world, what is the reality of this world. Jiva Jagat Ishvara Swarupa Jnanam is spiritual knowledge. Bhagavad Gita deals with this subject matter. Therefore, that is course number 1. That is like undergraduate course. Then we have to go to graduate course, which is called the Upanishad study, which are the source of Bhagavad Gita itself. Bhagavad Gita is said to be Sarvo Upanishado Gavo Dukta Gopala Dandana. Gita itself has borrowed self-knowledge from the Upanishad. Therefore, an Upanishad course is important. That is why after a Gita course, we generally prescribe a course on Upanishad for a Gita student. Gita should have been completed, and then I assume all the students are coming to graduate after undergraduation. Graduation is generally sufficient, but if a person is more interested, we have a postgraduate course also, which is called Brahma Sutra. These 3 courses, Prasthanatrayam, one has to thoroughly inquire into, not as an academic scholarship, but for receiving self-knowledge. Retaining self-knowledge and assimilating self-knowledge, that alone gives liberation. And interest in Prasthanatraya will come only when the conversion, the inner conversion takes place. Therefore, desire to study is one indication. You are all attending the classes now. That means what? Internal conversion has already taken place, at least for some extent. Otherwise, attending these classes and surviving is not easy. And there are some students who are great canvassers, like political campaigns. They will call their friends also. You will always see some friends come and stick. Some will come and they will get Vairagya. Vairagya for what? For classes. For coming to Vairagya for Vedanta. There is nothing here. They will say, without internal conversion, you cannot sit and listen to Vedantic topic. Even if you come, you cannot survive. So desire is one indication, desire for study, and the second indication of internal conversion is opportunity for the study also come because of Ishvara Anugraha. Tadullabham trayame vedat daivanugraha hetukam manishyatvam mukshutvam mahapurusha samsaya. You answered in Vivek Chudamani. Desire for Vedantic study and opportunity for Vedantic study, both will come when the internal conversion has reasonably taken place. Need not be perfect, but reasonable. Desire without opportunity is useless. Opportunity in the neighborhood without desire is also useless. Both of them should come. Ishvara Anugraha eva pumsam advaita vasana. It is said, and once desire and opportunity come, what should one do? Lord Krishna said in the Gita, Tadviti pranipadena variprasnena sevaya vadekshandi te jnanam jnaninaha Tattvadarshina. Go to a competent Acharya and absorb the teaching of the Shastra, not the Guru's teaching. If Guru gives his own philosophy, never go there. Guru must give the teaching given by Shastra. That is why Guru is called Sutriyam Brahmadishtam. Sutriya means who has absorbed in the Shastric message from whom? From his Guru. Then he hand over to his disciple. The same idea was said in Mundakopanishad also. Parichalogan karmajinan nirvedamaya brahmana naste katakutena tatvignanartam gurumeva vigacche sutriyam brahmadishtam samitvani. So once the competent Acharya and competent Shishya come together, the channel is open for this wisdom transference. Then that communication is called Atma Vidya. Therefore, in all the Upanishads, we find a Shishya. Now what type of Shishya? Internally converted Shishya. Approaches as an Acharya and in the form of a dialogue, self-knowledge is given. Mundakopanishad, Acharya is Shaunaka, and disciple is Angiras. Angiras is Acharya, disciple is Shaunaka. If you forget, doesn't matter, the name is not important, the message is important. Now we are going to enter into Kena Upanishad, which is also a dialogue between a Guru and Shishya. But here the names are not known. Very good advantage, you don't have to remember the names. This Kena Upanishad belongs to Samaveda. Generally we study 10 Upanishads. Isha Kena Kata Prashna Mundaka Mandukya Aitareya Aitareya Pradaranyaha Chandokya. So these are the names. So if you look at the serial, Isha should be studied first, but you should not study Isha first. So first you should study Mundaka, then comes to Kena. We are taking the second one. Why? Because in Ishavasya Upanishad, every word that is written there has got different meaning. So these are all technical words. So you have to study a lot to understand the implications. That's what, don't immediately start Ishavasya Upanishad just because that is the first in the list. So start with Mundaka, prepare yourself, then you get into Kena, and we go to Kenopanishad, etc. These Upanishads, the 10 Upanishads are extracted from 4 Vedas, indicating that all the Vedas have got the same content message. In Brahma Sutra, there is Adhikaranam, Bhaktu Samanyayat, especially dealing with this topic. The Upanishads do not contradict, there is harmony. So this is from Samaveda, Chandokya and Kena Upanishad are from Samaveda. The Upanishad is called Kena Upanishad because it starts with the word Kena. You don't know who is the teacher, the student. Upanishads names are given differently based on the different reason. Mundaka Upanishad does not begin with the word Mundaka. There it is a primary, Mundaka means head actually. That is why we study it first also. It is a very beautiful and comprehensive Upanishad. Many people start, I will tell you, Ishavasya Upanishad because it is the first in the list. Now this Kenopanishad with 35 mantras. Unlike Mundaka, 65 mantras, this is shorter. 35 mantras spread over 4 chapters. Each chapter is called Adhyaya. So 4 Adhyayas and 35 mantras. But even though it is a small Upanishad, it is very significant and profound Upanishad. Often, we humorously compare this with, Ushimalagai. It's small chili. It looks small, but it is very powerful. Chili looks very innocent, but it is very powerful. That is Kenopanishad. So all the Upanishads have got Shantipada also, which depend on the type of Veda. All Atharvana Veda Upanishads will have Bhadram Karne Vishwanayama Deva. All Samaveda Upanishads like Kenopanishad, Chandogya Upanishad will have this one Apyayantu Mamangani Ityadi. And with this background, we will start the Shanti part. We will read. I will read, you can repeat after me. In Bhadram Karne Vishwanayama Deva Shanti part, there is a swara. But here there is no swara. You have to read it like a prose. Om Apyayantu Mamangani. Shantipadas are very, very beautiful prayers. Thus we have got 5 Shantipadas. Even though Vedas are only 4 in number, Yajurveda has got 2 branches, Krishna Yajurveda and Shukla Yajurveda. And therefore in Yajurveda we have 2 Shantipadas. Thus totally 5 Shantipadas are there. And they are beautiful prayers. We can include them in our daily prayers also. There are certain prayers are very general prayers applicable to entire humanity. Like Bhadram Karne Vishwanayama Devaha is a very general prayer applicable to the entire humanity, including Vedantic students. But there are certain Shantipadas which are specifically applicable to Vedantic students. That's very useful for Vedantic students. This Apyayantu Mamangani is the equivalent of the prayer for Vedantic student. Similarly, Sahanavatu is a very specific prayer for students. We will now see the meaning of this Shanti part. Very beautiful. First the student asks, all my organs and bodies must be very, very healthy. Apyayantu mama angani. You know why? Because even to come to the class and sit for 1 hour without back pain, front pain, knee pain, etc. If I have to sit for 1 hour, I need basic help. Otherwise, body will draw attention and poor teacher will be doing Vanarodhana. You know, Vanarodhana means what? Crying in the wilderness. Because students' attention will not be there. Therefore, the student says, Sarvani mama angani apyayantu. All the limbs of my body, apyayantu, the literally meaning is grow actually. If not God, at least healthy. The word grow is used assuming the students are young. See, this is the students who are young. But here, our Vedantic students, we get always after retirement only. So, you cannot use that word grow. So healthy, we can say. At least let them be steady. Apayana literally grow. And what are some of the, and what are those limbs? A few limbs are enumerated. Walk, the organ of speech. Why the organ of speech? On the part of the Guru, the organ of speech is important during Shravanam. Not on the part of student. The organ of speech is important during Ananam for him. When he has to think and clarify some doubt, it becomes a dialogue. First Shravanam for a few years. Do not ask doubt in the first class itself. First few years or at least first few texts, never ask any question. Always jot down your question in a separate notebook, question book. You will find generally most of the doubt will be clarified as you study further and further. And after a few years or at least after a few months, there are still strong doubt, you are allowed to meet the Guru and ask for clarification. Therefore, for that, the Shishya must have the communication skills to present the doubt properly. Otherwise, Guru will answer the question 15 minutes. Then the Shishya says, no, this is not what I asked. Therefore, communication skill is very important for the Guru as well as for the Shishya. Therefore, walk. Then prana, prana is very important. We have to survive. Then chakshu, the eyes for reading the text properly. And strotram, more important because shravanam, we require reasonably healthy ears. At least with hearing aid, it should work. Therefore, strotram. Then indriyani. Indriyani means all other organs also. And balam, balam means strength or vitality. Shakti, let all of them be in good condition. Then in the very Shantipat itself, the essence of Vedanta is summarized. In just one sentence consisting 2 words, the essence of Prasthanatrayam, the huge scriptures is summarized in just 2 words. Now what is that? Sarvam Brahma. So Shiva Purana wrote a beautiful song, Sarvam Brahmamayam Pere. There is only one Brahman, there is no second thing other than Brahman. There is only Advaitam Brahma. Then what is the plurality that I experience? All the plurality is nothing but different name and forms. They are nothing but different names and forms. They are not substances in themselves. Substance is only one, that is Brahman. Thus, beautifully this Vidya is given Sarvam Brahma. Okay, then the next question is how to recognize that Brahman. Because all our organs organs are designed to recognize plurality. Ranchikani Vidana Swayambhu Param Pashyati Antaratma. The Upanishad says that Bhagavan Brahmaji has created all our organs to go out and experience world, not meant for looking within. Thank God for that, Suppose our organs are able to see what is inside, it will be a problem. Now, unfortunately, all our organs, including logic, including science, why it will recognize plurality only? Science is nothing but analysis of the data collected by the sense organs. And sense organ deal with what? Nama, Rupa. And science does what? Collect data. What is the data? Nama, Rupa data. So what will be the truth? They will discover another Nama, Rupa only. Therefore, science which is based on sensory data is dealing with Nama, Rupa, which is Vidya. Hence, whatever truth they will arrive at also will be Vidya. That is why their truth is continuously changing. They say atom is the truth for some time. Thereafter, some atomic particles. Then they will say energy. Thus, they keep on changing. Therefore, if you want to know the Brahman behind the Nama Rupa, you have to come to Upanishads. Only through Upanishad, Brahman can be known. Either Upanishad or Upanishad-based scriptures. Gita comes not under Upanishad, but Gita comes under Upanishad-based scripture. Brahma Sutra is not Upanishad, but it is Upanishad-based scripture. Upanishad alone can tell you what is Brahman and how to discern that Brahman. Since Brahman can be known only through Upanishad, Brahman is given a title, a very significant title, which Shankaracharya uses very often, a title which is given in Raranya Upanishad. A title is given which is Shantipada mentioned, which this Shantipada mentions. And what is that title? Aupanishadam Brahma. Aupanishadam means what? Knowable only through Upanishad. In Brihadaranyaka is called Aupanishada Purusha. Here it is called Aupanishadam Brahma. Therefore the prayer is through the study of Upanishad, let me recognize that non-dual reality, which is neither Nama nor Rupa, but that which is behind the Nama Rupa. Anamakam Arupakam Brahma. In Mandukya it is called Anamakam Arupakam. So the student says everything is Brahman, knowable through Upanishad, which I now propose to know. Since Brahman cannot be known through any other means of knowledge, the tendency of majority people is to negate the existence of Brahman. Why? Because it is knowable through, it is not knowable through senses, not knowable through modern science. So we are facing a crisis because the modern generation has kept the modern science as the ultimate authority. Once you take modern science as ultimate authority, whatever science can reveal alone we accept. Whatever science cannot reveal, we refuse to accept. So Brahman, otherwise God, can never be revealed by modern science. And all the so-called rational people who depend on reason do not have sufficient reasoning power to know the limitation of reasoning. We say a rational person is the one who knows the limitation of reason. But the so-called rationalist people who depend upon modern science say we do not believe in God. Now the present generation is facing this problem. Their own children are refusing to accept God outside that, that is called superstition. God comes under superstition. Brahman comes under superstition. Look at the tragedy. Upanishad come under superstition. Swamis come under promoters of superstition. Our students come under what? Victims of the cheating Swamis. This is modern education. And our own children and grandchildren are gradually sucked into this kind of so-called rational system. We had to study a lot of Vedanta to understand the limitation of our own reasoning. If you want only one argument, there is only one argument. All our instruments are designed to study only the objective world. But the very inquiring subject is never available for objectification. Therefore, a science which is using all kinds of instruments to analyze the objective world, how can it ever study the inquirer? Therefore, Brihadaranyaka makes a powerful statement. The inquirer can never be inquired into. All this we have seen very often. When the eyes that can see everything else cannot see themselves. Because the eyes want to see itself without where I am talking about. You will not be able to see. How can they see the consciousness eye? Who is behind the eye? The eyes cannot see the eyes themselves. You need a mirror for that. When the eyes cannot see the eyes themselves, how can the eyes see the seer behind the eye? The seer can never be seen with any amount of instrument. Vijnataram are kena vijaniyat. With what instrument you can know the knower? With what instrument you can know the knower? That is why the consciousness is an eternal mystery for modern science. The more they study consciousness, the more the number of theories. Another scientist enters, introduces another set of theories. At the end of what do we get? Confusion. This we have to understand. There are some scientists who have recognized the limitation of science. They have started saying, perhaps the truth may be an eternal mystery. They say so because they do not come to Upanishad. If we come to Upanishad, the truth will not be a mystery. We can know Brahman. Therefore, what is the prayer? O Lord, let me not negate Brahman. Let me not become an atheist. Becoming an atheist is considered to be a result of a serious Purva Janma Papa. According to tradition, one of the result of the worst Papa is Nastika Graha. Therefore, what we pray to God, O Lord, let me not negate you. I do not know who you are. So there is a sloka, I think it is in Shiva Purana Saptah also. Tava tattvam na janami kirtishosi maheshwara yadrishosi mahadeva tatishaya namo namaha. I do not know where you are, how you are, but whatever it be your tattvam, I do not know. But I do not want to negate you. I offer my namaskaram to you. Let me know your nature the right time. Therefore, what is the prayer here? Aham Brahma Nirakuryam. Let me not negate God. Let me not negate Brahman. Let me be Astika Nirakuryam. And Similarly, let not God also desert me. Ma Brahma Nirakarod. Let not Brahman also negate me. First Ma is let not. Second Ma is me. So they are two separate words. Do not take it as Mama. It has nothing to do with Mama. So let not Ishvara desert me. Means let me have the grace of the Lord also. So apyayantu mamangani vakpranam chakshushrotamato balavindriyani jat sarvani sarvam brahma upanishadam aham brahma nirakuryam aham brahma nirakarod anirakaranamastu nirakaranam me mastu tadatmanidanadeya upanishad sudharma mayi santu. Aham Brahma Nirakuryam, let me not negate Brahman just because my puny intellect cannot know it by itself. Not only am I humble, I am a devotee of the Lord also. Therefore I pray to the Lord, may not Lord also negate me. Let the grace of the Lord be with me until I recognize God. Now the ultimate Ishvara Jnanam is what? That Ishvara Aham Asmi. Once it is understood as I with the appropriate meaning of I, not only the body with the knee joint pain, I mean the I properly understood is that Ishvara. When Ishvara Jnanam, that Ishvara Aham Asmi, how can I ever have doubt regarding his existence? Because I never doubt my own existence. Why you need logic in all places? Why I do not doubt my existence? Because I doubt my existence, I should exist. And therefore, once Ishvara Jnana comes, even to doubt my existence, I have existed. So, therefore, once Ishvara Jnana comes, faith will reach its fulfillment. Aham Brahma Asmi. So therefore student says, Ma Brahma Nirakarod, let me not negate Brahman. Let not Brahman also reject me. This Shraddha and Bhakti are extremely important. That's why in Kaivalya Upanishad, Brahmaji gives instruction, Shraddha Bhakti Dhyana Yoga Avehi. Shraddha and Bhakti are considered the foundation. Therefore the student repeats that, Nirakaranamastu, Nirakaranam me astu. Let me not reject God, let not God reject me. Therefore twice. Then the next important prayer is, I may be willing to study the Upanishad and the Guru may also be willing to communicate the message. But the question is my intellect prepared to receive the message? The Bhagavad Prayatnam, Ganga Devi was willing to come down from the heaven to earth, but Bhagavad faced a problem again. Ganga may come down, but who will have the strength to receive her? So also, this powerful message of Brahma Vidya comes to you, but will you have the power to receive it? The patra has to be ready. Similarly, Upanishad may be willing to give the knowledge, Guru may be willing to give the knowledge. Do I have intellectual refinement to claim? I am the Adhisthana of the entire universe. What a mind-boggling message. And the truth is, we do not have the qualification. The student understands the limitation. What does he do? Oh Lord, I give another contract work to you. What is that? You should bless me with with all the required qualification also. And then Tusidanya also says in Smarakan, there's a prayer. Anyas Pragar Ekupate Dayaspadiye. So, Mattim Prayachare Gungava Narparame Kamadi Dosha Hitam Guru Manasamcha. So, please bless me with devotion. But then your heart is full of ragadvesha. How can I feel it? And that also you remove. Don't give me that job. So here also so the students also asking that qualification also please bless me with. What a beautiful prayer. Vidyam Sutam cha buddhim Kamala Jayate Sapratam Dehi. Upanishad Dharma, all the qualifications mentioned in the Upanishad and which have been extracted by Lord Krishna in the 13th chapter of the Gita. 20 of them were enumerated. Amanitamadam Vittamahimsa Kshantirajyavam Acharyo Vasanam Shaucham Stairyam Atma Vinigraha Indriyarteshu Gaurajyam Anahankara Anahankare Vicha Janma Vrittijara Vyadi Dukha Doshana Darshanam. And 20 values are there. So, again Lord Krishna repeats them in the 16th chapter, Devi Sampat. There 26 virtues are enumerated. They should not just be in the Pustakam, but they must be in the Mastakam. Pustakam is the book, no use. It must be in our Mastakam, head, mind. Not only I should remember them, I should try to practice them also. Therefore, Upanishad Sukta Dharma Te Mai Santo, Te Mai Santo. Let them be all there in me. And what type of me? Tadatmani Nirate. Nirate means who am committed, who am sincerely pursuing Atmani, the Atma, that Brahman. So the essence is, I am a serious spiritual seeker. I need all these virtues. O Lord, bless me with them. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Let there not be obstacle for this coming from inside. Adhyatmika Pratibandha. Let them not be there. Adi Bhautika Pratibandha. Let there be not obstacle from surrounding people, neighborhood, Adi Devika Pratibandha, that there be not obstacle coming from devatas, the form of natural forces like rain, power cut, etc. Current going off, never happened in America. It happens. Here also happens sometimes. That there be not any obstacle. This is a beautiful Shanti Bhat. Especially designed for Vedantic students, therefore worth reading regularly. So we can read one more time and we can see the text tomorrow. Om Apyayantu Mamangani. Om Apyayantu Mamangani. Vak Pranachakshu. Srotramato Balamindriyani Cha Sarvani. Sarvam Brahma Upanishadam. Maham Brahma Nirakuryam. Mama Brahma Nirakarod. Nirakaranastu Nirakaranam me astu. Tadatmani Nilateya Upanishad Sudharma.